1. Bible records, 124 miracles. 46a. Miracles are those acts that only God can perform, usually superseding natural laws. Baker's Dictionary of the Bible defines a miracle as an event in the external world brought about by the immediate agency or the simple volition of God. It goes on to add that a miracle occurs to show that the power behind it is not limited to the laws of matter or mind as it interrupts fixed natural laws. So the term supernatural applies quite accurately? B. Miracles are also known as signs and wonders. C. Here we have one of the 124 miracles recorded in the Bible. 2. Miracle 46, disease and healing. Jeroboam's hand instantly withered and then restored. 1 Kings 13:4-6. A. Jeroboam's hand healed. 1 Kings 13:4-6 New King James Version, NKJV 4. So it came to pass when King Jeroboam heard the saying of the man of God, who cried out against the altar in Bethel, that he stretched out his hand from the altar, saying, Arrest him. Then his hand, which he stretched out toward him, withered, so that he could not pull it back to himself. 5. The altar also was split apart, and the ashes poured out from the altar, according to the sign which the man of God had given by the word of the Lord. 6. Then the king answered and said to the man of God, Please entreat the favor of the Lord your God and pray for me, that my hand may be restored to me. So the man of God entreated the Lord, and the king's hand was restored to him, and became as before. B. Jeroboam, meaning, increase of the people. I. The son of Nebat, 1 Kings 11:26-39, an Ephrathite, the first king of the 10 tribes, over whom he reigned 22 years, BC 976-945. He was the son of a widow of Zereda, and while still young was promoted by Solomon to be chief superintendent of the Burnden, i.e., of the bands of forced laborers. 2. Influenced by the words of the prophet Ahijah, he began to form conspiracies with a view of becoming king of the 10 tribes, but these having been discovered, he fled to Egypt, 1 Kings 11:29-40, where he remained for a length of time under the protection of Shishak I. 3. On the death of Solomon, the 10 tribes, having revolted, sent to invite him to become their king. The conduct of Rehoboam favored the designs of Jeroboam, and he was accordingly proclaimed king of Israel. 1 Kings 12:1-20. He rebuilt and fortified Shechem as the capital of his kingdom. 4. He at once adopted means to perpetuate the division thus made between the two parts of the kingdom, and erected at Dan and Bethel, the two extremities of his kingdom, golden calves, which he set up as symbols of Jehovah, enjoining the people not any more to go up to worship at Jerusalem, but to bring their offerings to the shrines he had erected. Thus he became distinguished as the man who made Israel to sin. This policy was followed by all the succeeding kings of Israel. B. While he was engaged in offering incense at Bethel, a prophet from Judah appeared before him with a warning message from the Lord. Attempting to arrest the prophet for his bold words of defiance, his hand was dried up, and the altar before which he stood was rent asunder. 5. At his urgent entreaty his hand was restored him again, 1 Kings 13:1-6,9. Compare 2 Kings 23:15, but the miracle made no abiding impression on him. 7. His reign was one of constant war with the house of Judah. He died soon after his son Abiah, 1 Kings 14:1-18.